What is up, YouTube? It's Prodigy bringing you a brand new video, and today, guys, look at my PvP/dueling build for a Magicka Sorcerer. Now, quick disclosure before we get into all the build details, and I just go through everything, the reasoning behind them, and everything that I do in my build. I just want to let you guys know that the times for each thing, like armor, skills, champion points, etc., will be in the description. So if you guys just check the description, the time will be there for when you want to skip ahead to the video, reference it back. If you just want to skip ahead in general, I'm also going to try to put the full build in the description as well. I might do it, don't know. I'm going to put a lot of things like food, attribute points in there as well, so you guys can reference those little things. But yeah, guys, that being said, let's get right into the gear here. So a lot of people have been asking what I've been running. Now it's basically the exact same thing as last time, except it's just changed up a little tiny bit. But as you guys can see here, for the Desto staff, we're going to be running a Desto Resto build. I'm going to give you another alternative build you could run as well. But for right now, we're going to be running the Maelstrom Infernal staff. And this is going to be to give you the 180 spell damage, as well as putting a poison on there. By putting the poison, you do not lose the spell damage, as some people would like to believe, but you do not lose anything. So yeah, you're going to want to get any poison will do, honestly, but you're definitely going to want to get a Maelstrom Inferno staff. Master's one works as well, however I haven't been lucky enough to get that. You're also going to want to get this in the Sharpened trait. Nirnhoned will also do, but you're going to lose a little bit damage with Nirnhoned. It's going to be a decent amount of damage, actually, with Nirnhoned, because you don't have too much damage with the staff as compared to dual wield. So with a dual wield you might lose less than 5% damage, so it's not really a big difference there. And it all sort of relates back to what type of character you're fighting, but definitely want to get sharpened on the Desto staff. Can't stress that enough. Next off, we're going to want to get the Master's Resto staff, and the reason for this is because it gives you 1,200 extra max Magicka, as well as you can put a poison on there, so when you have your shields on your back bar, you can get bigger shields with it, with the extra max Magicka. And I also want to put the reduced movement speed poison on there, so that way if you guys have to heavy attack to get back some Magicka with your Resto staff, they get reduced movement speed, so they can't really charge you as easily, because some people like to play really fast with movement speed. I know I like to. So yeah, the ideal trait for this is you're going to want to get defending, but if you can't get defending, I recommend going Infused, which is what I have because I'm not lucky apparently. But I would recommend getting Infused, so that way you get even a bigger shield with more max Magicka from the enchantment. But yeah, next off, we're going to be running the Infernal Guardian one piece. Now I recommend getting this head in heavy armor, however I did not have the proper RNG, and I don't really feel like farming too much to get a heavy armor helm, considering I already got this legendary. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. You're just going to get a little bit more armor than the setup that I currently have now. But yeah, you could do that. I recommend getting this legendary. I recommend getting all your big pieces legendary. Just haven't got to do that myself yet, but recommend getting that legendary. Getting that in the Infused trait. You're not going to want Impen on a sorcerer. You're going to want to get Infused on the big pieces and then Impen on the small pieces if you can. Otherwise, I'd go all Infused or Divines on these small pieces. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get more damage with Divines on the small pieces, and then Infused on the big pieces. So yeah. But you're going to be running one piece of that, and that's just to get the max Magicka. Next off, we're going to run a 5-piece of the Lich. And we're running Infused on the big pieces, Impen on the small pieces, 5-piece Lich on the body there. Then we're running a 1-piece Grothdarr. I put a health enchantment here just because we got a really low health pool. It doesn't really matter because our shields are absolutely huge, and we can stack them pretty easily. But I put Divines on the small piece there, just because I couldn't get Impen. I think I did get an Impen, but I think it's on one of my other characters. I'm not too sure. I literally just got it a couple days ago, so I still got to transfer that over. But I would get Impen on the small piece as well, and I would make this either a heavy. You could do heavy, or you could do light and then heavy on your helm. Either one works. It doesn't really matter. It's only going to be changing up your armor values ever so slightly and your sustain. But I wouldn't go. But if you're a really experienced player and you can manage your resources well, I would do 2-piece heavy. I just haven't farmed for one, like I said. But in the next patch, you're going to want to stay with all light because the resource management is absolutely going to be dumb. So you're going to want to do that. But yeah, guys, that Lich is absolutely dumb. Trust me on that. It looks like you might not get a lot of damage. I know a lot of lower level players are going to be like, oh yeah, but this one can give you more spell damage. That's true, guys. Trust me. But in a longer fight, in a longer duel, more than 20 seconds, or in open world PvP, having this recovery goes such a long way. And I have zero sustain problems with this build at all. If I ever do have a sustain problem, one heavy attack on this Resto fixes everything. But I never have sustain problems anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, guys, you're going to get all max Magicka enchantments on that, and then a 1 health enchantment on a small piece. Doesn't really matter. But next off, we got a 3-piece Willpower. I always like Willpower. A lot of people don't really like it too much. Recently, I don't know why. I see a lot of sorcerers still running it, but I see a lot of people also not running it. They're trying to run some other crazy sets, like maybe Rattle Cage or something like that. Just stick with Willpower, guys. It gives you such a big bonus for your money. Big bang for your buck there. But yeah, 1400 max Magicka, get that bigger shield, and 186 spell damage. Really can't go wrong. Get that in all Arcane, all spell damage. If you're a lower level player, maybe you put 1 recovery on there, and that is it, or reduce cost, either one. But I run all spell damage for a higher level player, because I got a lot of champion points. But yeah, guys, that would be the gear here. Let me do some alternate gear as well. But I really want to, you know what, I'm just going to go into the skills. I'm going to run some alternate setups after that, because you can do some alternate setups. This is going to be more of an open world build that I run for open world. But dueling is a little bit different. You can run different setups as well, change things up a little bit depending on what areas you're in. But yeah, guys, so first skill on the bar, same as last time. We're running Mage's Wrath. Implosion is absolutely the best passive in the game, guys. Trust me on this, trust me on this, trust me on this. I strayed away from it for a little bit because I didn't really want to run Destawat because it just costed way too much. I liked having Dawnbreaker a lot, but now I sort of put more shields on my back bars, as you guys can see here, and I still opted to take this with Desto so that way I didn't lose any damage by running Mage's Wrath instead of Force Pulse. So it's absolutely godlike, guys. Trust me on that. It is godlike, especially if you play a little bit defensive, get your Destawat up, you're absolutely going to slay. Next up, we got Hardened Ward, pretty basic for Sorc. You can't be a sorcerer and not run this. If you're a sorcerer and don't run this as a Magicka Sorc, you're stupid and just delete the game. So Hardened Ward, absolutely amazing. Crystal Frags, pretty basic as well as your spammable ability. So this Mage's Wrath is our spammable ability, and then we're going to be proccing Crystal Frags off our shields and the spammable ability. Haunting Curse, I run this on my front bar, because we obviously got more damage with the Desta Rest build on our front bar. Huge damage, you know, especially how it rearms now, like rearm a trap kind of, a little bit, absolutely amazing. If you can time up a burst for this, definitely do it. So good. It only costs 2,000 Magicka too. Like, you're literally getting 2 huge attacks from only 2,000 Magicka. Absolutely amazing, and it deals damage to surrounding enemies as well. Next off, guys, Inner Light, 5% max Magicka plus a 2% max Magicka in the Mage's Guild skill tree. And it increases your spell critical rating by 2191. It's obviously a no-brainer, and it empowers your attacks too. So if you're gonna be like, see when your hand or when your weapons light up, empowers your attacks. You can also proc a Crystal Frag off of it. Absolutely amazing, guys. Definitely a must-run on the build. Next off, we're gonna run Eye of the Flame. Now this is the Desto alt that follows you, and the reason we're gonna be running this is because it's just too good not to run. Now the cost last time, I don't know, like, I was sort of against it because you still got the damage by not running Force Pulse with Mage's Wrath, but now you have to run a Desto ability to get the damage with using Mage's Wrath, because they changed up some passives as last time. So you can still get a lot of damage with Mage's Wrath now, as long as you have Eye of the Flame on your front bar. So that's what I'm running. This ability is just dumb, okay? Like, it is literally retarded. I can't even stress that enough. Like, it's so good. Like, there's literally clips of me just walking into people, they just die. Like, they don't know what to do. Like, you literally see somebody in this, and they're dead. It's a guaranteed kill. Like, they can't come back from it. It's just too good. You hit them with one Mage's Wrath when they're low 20% health, they just explode, and then anybody around them gets damaged as well. It's literally amazing. They get hit for like 20k with Mage's Wrath. It's so stupid. It's so overpowered. But yeah, guys, next on to the Resto bar. I'm going to be running Dark Deal here, and that's to get your health and stamina back. A lot of people run the other one. I can't even think what the other one's called. I think it's like Dark Conversion or something like that. Don't run the other one. Dark Deal is absolutely amazing because you get a lot of stamina back. And I use this all the time, guys. Tell me, like, okay, I'm not running a Tri-Stat food, so I have a little bit lower stamina pool than most. So I run, dude, by running Dark Deal, I get so much stamina back from this. Like, if I get, okay, for example, say I get CC'd, right? I break my CC, I'm at low stamina. Say I'm at 20% stamina. Now, my CC timer might allow me to get some stamina back, but I don't even take the risk, dude. I'll just streak through them, stun them, or hit my Dark Conversion, or I'll streak, hit Dark Conversion while blocking. Absolutely amazing skill, guys. Gets huge stamina back, and it can give you some quick health back if you need to. You maybe can't, like, maybe you need to, and you just absolutely need some health. Say, like, there's a Templar and he's beaming you. Obviously, Templars aren't even going to be a class next update, but say they're beaming you and you just absolutely need to get some health back. You can't just keep putting up shields because you're at really low health. Hit Dark Conversion. It's absolutely amazing. But next off, guys, we're going to be running Boundless Storm. You don't really have to run this skill. That's why I'm going to be showing you guys some alternate builds that you can run, some alternate setups. But I like it so that when your shields fall, you just get that that extra physical and spell resistance. Really good. Also gives you a lot of movement speed for 7.5 seconds, which is like really useful. Like I use this constantly in like all my fights, so definitely useful. Because I like being able to move fast. Like moving fast is a really big part of this meta nowadays, so moving fast is really nice. And it's like, it literally costs like nothing either. Like 27.45 Magicka. Every skill costs nothing when you run Lich, guys. It's amazing. Next off, Healing Ward. Obviously, that's why we're running a rest of staff, because this ability is just absolutely amazing. When a ward expires, heal for 105% of the ward's remaining strength. Really good. Let's say you got a, I don't know, let's say you got a 2,000 damage left on your board. It literally gives you 4,000 health back, which is amazing because that's like a big part of our health pool. So I recommend that. Next off, guys, Dampened Magicka. A lot of people like to run Hardest Magicka. I don't know why. I don't know why, guys. I really don't. Dampened Magicka is better. Like, you get such a bigger shield from running Dampened Magicka. I have no sustain problems. Like, people talk about having sustain problems while running Lich, and I just stare at them like they're absolutely stupid. Or they run Seducer or something. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. Trust me, guys, before you dog this build. I don't know why people like don't run this. It's so stupid on their part. Like, my shields are absolutely massive with this. Like, I'm pretty sure Dampened Magicka is even bigger than Hardened Ward. Like, I would probably be willing to bet money on that. Especially if you wore 7 Light, it is 100% bigger than Hardened Ward. It's absolutely amazing, and it costs like nothing either. Like, only 700 more Magicka than Hardened Ward. It's a no-brainer. Definitely stack shields with that. Next off, Streak. I always like having this in my back bar so you can get away. Say there's a Zerg coming up every 2 seconds, because you can't walk in Cyrodiil without a Zerg, right? If you're walking to Cyrodiil and there's no Zerg, maybe you got your own version of the game. They sort of put you in there by yourself. Maybe you got your own private server. Maybe you like paid Exhaust.to. But if you're walking in Cyrodiil and there's not a Zerg, I don't know what you're doing. So definitely run Streak so you can get away. Also a great stun too. Like when you're in a fight, definitely use Streak. Knock people down. Maybe say like you're fighting a Magicka Dragon Knight, for example. Say you keep getting constantly CC'd. Maybe CC them. Get off, break free from your CC. Maybe time up a little burst there because they might not have up wings. Because I don't know why a lot of Magicka Dragon Knights don't have up wings nowadays. Then hit your Destawat and bang, they're going to be really hurt in there. So next off, Energy Overload. Let me show you this bar here. This is what I'm running on this bar. I'm running the Vampire skill, Elusive Mist. So as you guys can see here, that's going to be reducing my damage by 75%, increasing my movement speed for 4 seconds. So really good. Now you don't get Magicka Recovery, while you're in the mist form, but you cannot be CC'd as well. So you get immunity to all disabling and immobilization effects. So it's really good. You can't be healed in it as well, which doesn't really matter. This is like a quick getaway. Like say you gotta like. Now, I don't really like using this too much unless you can like have cover, for example. Like you got to use your surroundings, a line of sight type thing. A lot of people will tell you about that if you're 1vxing. So line of sight. So for example, if I was going in this hallway, I wouldn't just try to get away by stacking wards. I'd switch my Overload bar. I'd hit my Hardened Ward real quick, and then I hit Elusive Mist like that, like this right here. And that way you just take no damage while you got line of sight. Get into a corner or something, and then bang, stack up your shields, hit your Healing Ward. So that's why I run that. So yeah, next off, you're going to be running Hardened Ward. You sort of got to have it on Overload bar. You really can't not. Especially you can stack that shield up there with Elusive Mist, so that way you take a little bit less damage, get away a little bit better. Power Surge, obviously your major sorcery. I run potions a lot more than this. I've started to notice, but if you do need that extra heal in a duel, so you're fighting someone with a little bit more experience, maybe you just want to stack this up before you get into a fight. You see somebody fighting a boss or something, maybe hit this and then go into the fight there. Next off, we got the Mage's Light, Inner Light again. You don't really have to have it on here. This is just to get more max Magicka. Don't really gotta have it on here. You can put a different skill on here, like maybe Evasion or something. Remember, you guys get your stamina back with Dark Deal, so it doesn't really cost too much, even though it does. It doesn't at the same time. It's sort of like a trade-off, guys. You gotta have like time. As long as you have time to cast this ability, you're fine. If you're in the middle of a fight, right? You're in like a full-on fight. Don't cast like Evasion. Be smart with it. It all comes down to like how your playstyle is, etc. Proxy Debt. This is a little bit more group play oriented. Proxy Debt can still be good as long as you have people to time it up with. Say you get 3 or 4 Sorks to time this up with, Streak into a group, and then bang, it's going to do a lot of damage with Destawats. So it's a lot of what you're running, the scenario that you want to do. But you can also run maybe a Curse on there. Minefield. Minefield's a good one to run on here, especially when you're taking over flags, playing more solo play. Minefield's a great skill to run on here. Let's see. And what else? We got Streak on here. I've always just had Streak on my Overload bar. I don't know why. I just kind of like it because Streak is just such a good ability. But now it's bugged right now, and I don't know how ZeniMax managed to fuck this up. But it's bugged right now at the moment, so you can run Ball of Lightning instead of Streak, but Streak is just my go-to, and I'm sure they'll patch it next update. Actually, I don't even know. ZeniMax is really stupid, so they might patch it next update, they might not. But yeah, I run Streak. Again, just godlike skill. But yeah, guys, that is the skills. Now I'm gonna give you some alternate gear setups and skills. So this is more of my open world build, where I like running for open world. But you can run some other things. If you're in the stores, you can switch up. You know, you can do a let's see what you do. You can do Force Pulse, and then you can run a Dawnbreaker. That's also, but I would only recommend this for the stores if you're running Force Pulse and Dawnbreaker. The only reason I might do that is if you're trying to solo world bots or something. Otherwise, I wouldn't really do that. So that'll be the only time I'd recommend running Force Pulse over Mage's Wrath and Destawalt. If you're soloing a world boss. Other than that, I would stay with what my build is for open world. Next off, we're gonna run I'm gonna show you the dueling build here. We're gonna switch back to the Dawnbreaker there. So we got that. Now this is the dueling build, which is probably what I like best for dueling. However, the other build works perfectly fine for dueling as well. I'm actually starting to like the other build for dueling a little bit more, actually. But for the dueling build, you're going to be running this with the dual wield swords. Now this gives you absolutely stupid damage, guys. I'm going to show you what the swords are. These are Nirnhoned, actually. And now you will get more damage with Sharpen, I'm not going to lie to you. But the damage is ever so small that I don't feel like spending 16 temps to upgrade my swords again and make new ones. But yeah, guys, you can run 2-piece Vicious Death here, 2-piece Torx Pact. I think 2-piece Rattle Cage also works, but just get the 2-piece spell damage there. You can also get 2-piece Max Magicka as well for that in these swords, but 2-piece Torx Pact has worked for me. That's what I've had for like ever, and I don't really feel like crafting new swords. But yeah, it gives you huge damage, guys, and you just want to like sort of weave with this. Maybe hit them with like this, proc your enchantment on there, because we got a huge enchantment for extra spell damage. So this is more of like your glass cannon on there, glass cannon thing, and you're not going to run poisons with this either. So I'll take off poisons real quick, show you guys. Actually put the hindrance poison back on there. Poison. I can't talk. But yeah, guys, no poisons on here, because you're going to want to proc that these huge enchantments there for 300 extra spell damage. It's a no-brainer. Huge damage. And now how you're going to want to play this is a little bit different than the other one. You sort of just want to like, you want to get high movement speed, so you're always going to be hitting Boundless Storm every 8 seconds, okay? So you have constant movement speed. Walk up to them, just keep hitting light attacks, right? It does no damage, right? But you're going to keep proccing that enchantment, keep weaving Mage's Wrath, and your Crystal Frags, and then hit a Dawnbreaker whenever they're at low health. Might take a while, guys, as it's a pretty defensive build playing with dual wield. But you know, when they do get to low health and hit that Dawnbreaker, they're gonna die. It's almost a guarantee. Plus, you got Mage's Wrath to just burst them down really quickly. But yeah, guys, that is literally all that we change up there. I'm gonna show you guys the best setup right now in the game with a Desto Resto build. So I'm gonna show you guys the best setup for that real quick. Now this one's really hard to play, guys, and the reason I don't like playing this is because you have shields on the back bar. So let me show you guys what this is like. This is going to be the best setup in the game, the most overpowered. So we're going to do this here, we're going to put this right there, we're going to switch this, and we're going to put Hardened Ward on the back bar right there. We're going to do that, we're going to go on our Overload bar, and then we're going to hit, let's see what we're going to do here, we're going to put Boundless Storm on one of these positions right here, so that way you get that on the back bar. Now this is the best setup in the game, guys. This is going to be the most damage, because you're going to be hitting Force Pulse, which hits way harder than Mage's Wrath when somebody's at 100% health. Wow, my voice is literally crazy right now. But it's going to hit way harder when your enemy's at 100% health, 80% health, 60% health. But then when you get them low, having Mage's Wrath there on your front bar is absolutely amazing with the Dawnbreaker. I'd actually probably I wouldn't even put on Dawnbreaker with this build. I'd put on Eye of the Storm as well, just play a little bit more defensive. It's going to be a little bit harder too, but if you can get it off and you don't die, but you just make sure you got your shields up, definitely put a defending resto on this back bar though, if you're going to run something like this, because you're going to want to be a little bit more tankier, guys, because it's going to be a lot harder to play with the shields on back bar. Trust me, it doesn't seem that hard, but trust me, guys, it's way harder to play with shields on the back bar. That's why I stick with shield on the front bar. You're just going to be way more tanky, and I don't want you guys to die when you're running around with this build. So definitely put shields on the front bar. That's what I like to run. But this will give you the most damage in the game. So if you're trying to look for a crazy build like this, you guys think you can manage it, feel free to, but it's going to be a little bit harder. I'm going to warn you now. I'm definitely in combat right now. Thank you, Zoss. I don't know why, but yeah, so let me just go back to my normal build here, and then you can go into the food, etc. Champion points. So what do we got here? We got the, where's my shield? Okay, so let me go into the champion points here. Let's see what we got here. So we're gonna start off with the green tree. 62 in the magician, 1 in the sprinter. I don't know, I just sort of felt it that way. These are all basically how I feel. These are not min and max or anything like that. These are just what works for me, and this is my build. So I'm just sharing with you guys my build and what works for me. Tenacity, 12 into there, so get your attacks back with heavy attack, or magic back with heavy attacks. I weave really, really well, so for me, I like having points in tenacity. 1 in the mooncalf, 73 into arcanist. Next update, I'm probably gonna be bumping this up to 100 because obviously we're not gonna have the, you know, the reduced cost champion points, but yeah. 39 into tumbling. I really don't know why a lot of people don't run in points in tumbling. It's kind of stupid if you don't, really. Especially as a Magicka Sorcerer, honestly, because the CCs are kind of ridiculous nowadays. If you're fighting anybody good, they're going to keep CCing you, and you got to be able to break free. Now, Dark Deal can't do everything for you. You got to have some points in here. So 39 into tumbling, that's sort of like a no-brainer. I would obviously do that. This is actually probably one of the first things I'd spec into is tumbling. So you get 10% in there at least. Next off, Shadow Ward. It actually goes a long way, guys, because you're going to be blocking a lot. Like, I block cancel a lot. I block attacks constantly. So having points in reduced block costs is amazing. I've noticed it actually helps a lot, guys. So I would even maybe take some points out of Magician and Arcanist and actually put some points in reduced block costs, because it's just too good. It's really, really good. People might not think so, but having points in reduced block costs is absolutely amazing. So yeah. Passives that we're trying to get in here, not really anything too good. Maybe this. Let's see, what is it? I feel like there was a passive here. Enemies movement speed with a bash attack, and you can bash people. It doesn't really come into too much of play here, but you can bash them if you're really close to them or something like that. Just one bash, and you'd be all fine. Nothing else here works in the passives here. So next off, we're gonna go on to the blue tree. 48 into Elfborn, so 15%. 100 into Elemental Expert, and 20 into Spell Erosion. You can take a few points out of Elemental Expert, put them into Spell Erosion if you really want to. But we got a lot of penetration on this build, so I really don't feel like the need to. If you're running the dual wield build, I probably would put some points into Spell Erosion just because I have Nerd Honed. But other than that, I feel like this is a really good setup. It's solid. It gives you a lot of damage. Obviously, we're getting all these really good passives in here, like Arcane Well, Foresight. So whenever you drink like a potion, it's really good. To cast something that's really expensive, like, I don't know, like a shield. Nothing's really expensive for us because, like, everything, we got such high recovery. But next off, Staff Expert 21. Really good skill because we weave a lot, or at least I weave a lot. Like, I weave a lot with my builds. Next off, we got 10 into Shattering Blows. Enemies with damage shields, just surprise them a little bit. Not too many people put points into Shattering Blows. I really don't know why. But again, guys, I'm spec'd for PvP, so this is why I put some points in here. 1 in the Thaumaturge. Next update, I think I'm going to be switching this up to a little bit more points in the Thaumaturge, because I'm going to want some, it gives you like, I forget what they try to call it, diminishing returns on champion points, so you're going to get more bang for your buck. So if you put, say, 20 points into Thaumaturge, you're going to get a lot more than you would have used to. So I'm going to put some points into there. Next update, so yeah, it's not too useful right now in my opinion. I don't really like it, because Curse already hits hard, and I always refresh it. It's just, I don't really find it too useful, because people can really counter it. Like, they can block, and they just sort of know when to block. So yeah, only 1 point in there. Next off, 14 in resistance. Just a little bit extra crit resist. Oh my god, my voice cracked so bad. A little bit into crit resist. 430, nothing special there. Invigorating bash. When you get bashed, the enemy gets some health back. So again, it's going intertwined with that other passive. Not really useful. You're never really gonna bash. Takes away a lot of stamina. But thick skinned. 1.6% damage, not really too useful. And the reason I feel that way is because Hardy and Elemental Defender, they count for all damage. So you got a physical damage dot. I mean, it would only count, I mean, it already gets covered in there, so why put points in thick skinned? If you got a magic damage dot, already gets covered, why put points in thick skinned? Don't really know. 100 in a Bastion, no brainer. You're a Sorc. Run 100 points in a Bastion. If you don't, you're kind of stupid, honestly. You can get away with running a little bit less than 100 points, but 100 points just seems like the definite go-to, especially because we're so squishy without our shields up, guys. They kind of nerfed us a little bit, having that 6-second shield. So I really like having 100 points in the Bastion. Just how I feel like it's definitely worth it. But yeah, guys, that is the champion points. Let's go on to the food and Mundus Stone, etc. So right there, you got the 64 into attribute points, all max magic. Definitely don't want any health, don't want any stamina, just want this all max magic, so that way, because think about it this way, guys. Why put points into health when you can get shields? Like, your shields are your health bar, right? So you're going to want bigger shields, so put points into max Magicka. Don't put points in health or stamina. Stamina, you don't need a high stamina pool. You just got to get some reduced block cost, reduced break free cost, have dark deal up, so no points in the stamina. Next off, Witch Mother's Potent Brew is what we're running. Now that gives you magic recovery, max Magicka, and max health. You can run Tri-Stat. I don't really recommend it, but Witch Mother's Potent Brew is definitely the go-to for me. All around, covers all around your stats, and I feel like I can manage my stamina well without having Tri-Stat. I actually feel like I manage everything worse with Tri-Stat, to be honest with you. I feel like this is what causes me to not have to worry about resources at all. Like, I literally just sprint around the map constantly, not having to worry about anything. So, Witch Mother's Potent Brew, sure, go to. The Thief, a lot of people are going to try to hate on me for this, right? When you're in higher level duels, I understand, right? You're fighting like some League 8 perfectly spec'd for dueling, right? Yeah, you're going to want to get these spell damage Mundus Stone, or you want to get the max Magicka Mundus Stone. But for 99% of PvP players, guys, they're not running crit resist, okay? Like, I get, like, anybody I'd say below 400 champion points, you're not even going to have to worry, because there's, like, not a chance they're running crit resist. I'm just going to tell you that right now. As much as you want to believe, obviously there's exceptions out there. Some people do, but don't. Just run the Thief. You're going to get so much more damage overall compared to, like, 90% of players. Obviously, some players run Impen, but most don't. Plus, Impen doesn't even, like... Okay, like, this literally irks me, like, the most, okay? Like, some people, like, oh my god, like, they run full Impen, okay? And I understand a lot of people do, like, your tankier characters do. But you're not going to be really 1vxing those guys. If you want to 1vx, run the Thief, okay? You want to kill most players in 1v1, run the Thief, okay? Not really too many people are going to be running the, you know, the, Impen that is necessary to negate the Thief. So it's just too good, guys. Run the Thief. Trust me on this. I'm sort of just rambling about this now. I can't even like think of the words to explain how good it is. But definitely run the skill, or Mundus Stone. Definitely worth it. Trust me on that. Or at least try it out. If you're like another higher level player and you want to run the spell damage one, just try this Thief out for like a week. Get back to me on how it worked for you, and I guarantee you're going to see some results. Stage 4 Vampire. Goddamn, no brainer, guys, no brainer. Take more damage from fire, useless unless we're fighting Magicka Dragonite. Absolutely useless, but you're gonna die to them anyways, guys. You're a Sorc. If you're expecting to kill Magicka Dragonite, you're doing something wrong as a Sorc, because obviously anybody who knows what they're doing is Magicka Dragonite. You're not gonna kill them. If they don't know what they're doing, you're gonna kill them anyways, regardless. So next off, we got the Solar Health Regeneration on this. It looks bad. It's really not. It doesn't really come into effect at all. I don't even notice health recovery. My health recovery is already like 200. It doesn't really matter. So what is it going to be, like 100? I really don't care. Reduce your vampire cost, vampire abilities cost. So your mist form on your overload bar, that gets reduced a little bit. It doesn't really come into effect at all. But it also, the passives for this give you like 10% stamina recovery and 10% magic recovery at all times. So that's really, really good. That's why we're running Stage 4 Vampire. Plus, you can sneak really, really well. Like, your sneaking is really, really quickly. Unlike some people who sneak really, really slow. You sneak around fast. So that's really one real good benefit of this. But anyways, guys, I'm just rambling. So, yeah, let me go into the passives here. You're going to want to get all the passives in this tree. Dark Magic, every single passive. Passives in Dark Summoning, you're going to want to get these two. Just these two. Power Summon, Daedric Protection. Storm Calling, get every single passive right here. All of them are useful. Let's see here. Dual Wield, you're going to want to get the Slaughter, Dual Wield Expert, Ruffian, Twin Blade, and Blunt. A lot of people, okay, like, nobody really knows, like, at least from what I've heard, nobody's ever given me a definitive answer. Does, do the passives, like, actually help you with Dual Wield? So if you're running a Dual Wield build, like for my dueling build is why I run Dual Wield. Do these actually help you? I don't know. I really don't know if it helps you at all. I'm just sort of... It says while dual wielding. It doesn't say while using dual wield attacks. So attacks, I'm assuming, is counting as abilities. I don't really know. But while dual wielding, I'm just going to assume that these give you the extra damage that it says here for having each sword. If you want to get swords for dual wield, I heard it doesn't really matter. But I just sort of... No, I just sort of go with it. I just sort of like the swords. Again, this is controversial. If you don't have the points, don't spec in here unless you have extra ones. You just feel like putting some points in there just to maybe try it out. I don't really know if it works. Next off, every single passive in Destruction Staff, obvious, no-brainer. Every passive in Resto Staff, no-brainer again. Yeah, here. Light armor, every single passive. Let's see here. Heavy armor, get these 3 passives. I don't run a 5-1-1 setup, guys. I don't like running medium armor. Now the reduced cost is nice for, you know, CC breaking, but other than that, I don't really find it useful. I find the recovery more useful. That's why I run 1 piece of heavy armor. I don't really like to run 2. You can run 2 if you want to, but I don't recommend that. The only reason we're going to do that is to be more tankier. Medium armor is not going to make you more tankier, guys, so just don't do that. But yeah, get these 3 passives in heavy armor. All passives in Vampire, if you want. You don't need feeding. You're going to want to stay in stage 4 Vampire at all times. So do not get Savage feeding. Blood Ritual, don't need it unless you want to give your friend Vampire or something. But yeah, all the passives in here are really, really good. Obviously, Fighters Guild, you want to get some. Really, really good. Just because, obviously, you sort of want them, right? 9 Ultimate, when you kill an undead, Danger, or Werewolf. No brainer, when you're in the swords, what are you killing constantly? Undead. Get the passive. Mages Guild. Passives, everything. You want to get all the passives. We're not running Meteor, guys. Don't run Meteor. I don't know why people run it. You can run it. Don't run it. Just don't run Meteor. It's stupid. It's useless. Don't run it. Let's see here. Yeah, all the passives in Assault, all the passives in Support, High Elf, all the passives, obviously. Alchemy, you're going to want to get the medicinal use passives, 3 out of 3. And that is it, guys. That's all the passives that you want to get. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I'm pretty sure I'm all good on everything. Let me just show you the food here so you guys actually know what it looks like. Witch Mother's Potent Brew, this is what we're running. So yeah, you could run Tristat. I don't recommend it. It's just not useful to me. I just don't recommend it. Next up, onto the potions here. We're running the Alliance Ward Draught is our main potion, just for the spell damage. It's cheap and effective. Cheap and effective, guys. That's why we run it. Unless you're like a millionaire, obviously I just run constant movable pots. But yep, run this, cheap and effective. Essence of Detection. Oh my god, I got a story about this, but we're just gonna skip that real quick. Essence of Movability, Knockback, absolutely the bread and butter, guys. This is what causes 1vx's to even be a thing. So definitely Essence of Movability. Max Magicka, max health, and immune to knockback and disabling effects for 15.7 seconds. Absolute cheese in duels. Absolute cheese in 1vx. Just run it. People hate on you for it. Well, I guess they're dead and you're not dead. So call it what you want, guys. That's the World.to movability pots. You know what? If you want to look good in duels, and you know people want to hate on you for it, let them hate on you. But you're gonna be winning at the end of the day. So yeah. Essence of Detection here. This is a little bit story for you guys. When you're in the swords, guys, I like to solo world bosses, right? It's what gets me the fastest Telvar. For me, because I spend a lot on potions. This gets me the fastest Telvar. Because you know I'm killing Nightblades constantly. You know I'm killing world bosses constantly. But every single time I kill a world boss, guys, my voice is literally done from talking this long. But every single time I kill a world boss, I look around with the Essence of Detection, right? And I just sort of make sure there's no Nightblades. And I'd probably say a good 75% of the time, right before I kill a world boss, there's always one of those motherfuckers just standing there staring at me, okay? So I sort of just pop one of these, run up, kill them with a Desto Watt, and bang, they don't know what to do, right? You attack a Nightblade out of Stealth of Detection pot, they just shit themselves. They don't know what the fuck to do. It's like they just completely forgot how to operate a controller. It's like they just sit there and their hands just start shaking because they don't know what to do when they get caught out of stealth. So definitely run one of these. And I'll show you my map for this here. I run Alliance Ward Draught right there. Essence of Detection, Essence of Movability. Just your classic Max Magicka pot. Nothing special there, just Magicka. There's your food right there. Retreat Stones, maybe a camp, and then Ballistas. So that's what I run on my bars there. But yeah, guys, let's get on to the build showcase here. I'll give you my build showcase at the end. I'm actually just going to go into this PvE zone. I'm just going to show you guys what I want to, how to run the build. So we're just going to run into the source here. I'm just going to kill some ads for you, show you how this is played. This is the open world build. You're just really going to want to weave in heavy attacks and then Mage's Wrath, right? And you're going to see like that big damage there. See what I mean? Like, this is just huge damage, okay? So obviously that's a horror view, so you guys aren't really going to take me too seriously here. Bang, right there. So just get that huge damage. Again, they just incinerate, guys. It's way better than force boss, especially down here. Unless you're fighting a world boss or something. It gives you that damage still because you got the Desto Watt on there, so it gives you that huge extra 8% damage. Ooh, bang. Ooh, wait. wait, bang, again. Like, they just incinerate, guys. Like, you're seeing this damage, especially when it crits too. Huge damage. Definitely worth it. Yeah, so that's how you sort of play it. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I lead in here with the attacks. As you guys can see, I got that fast movement speed as well. So when I'm going into attack, right, let's see I see somebody, okay? I'll either get in stealth and attack them, or I'll just buff up like this, right? I'll switch my overload bar, pop up power surge real quick, just because I have the time for it, like I was mentioning about time again. I hit my Boundless Storm. I try to proc a frag like that, I'd empower. I'd go up with a heavy attack, like that, and Crystal Frag dead. Look at that, 28,000 plus 27,000 damage, plus another 1k thing. And if that doesn't kill them, obviously you got Mage's Wrath, which will kill them. So that's definitely no brainer there. So yeah, guys, that is how the build should be played. Let me show you with Desktop real quick. Obviously, the build showcase is gonna have a little bit more, insight on that, how it's supposed to be played a little bit better, but against actual players. But with this being said here, guys, you might want to lean in with this. If you see somebody, again, you're coming up behind them, you're coming up in front of them, just hit them with this Desktop, bang, like, they're just gonna incinerate. Like, it's absolutely nothing. Like, look at that. Like, look at this damage, guys, and it lasts a while too. Like, look at that. It's literally crazy. Again, you're just gonna walk around, hit him. You can literally, this ability is like really good too, because you can like line of sight with this too as well. It hits them like behind objects. It is really really good. So yeah, guys, with that being said, let me get onto the build show. Actually, hold on, let me show you the other setup with dual wield here. Just guys can see that a little bit more. I don't know if you guys saw my dueling videos. I'm sure you have with dual wield. And if you haven't, I recommend go checking those out. But yeah, so it's the exact same thing here. Just you're gonna run Dawnbreaker instead of Desktop, which is perfectly fine. You're just gonna look at the less damage from the Desktop passive, but you're gonna get way more damage overall just because you're running dual wield. So again, same thing. Just buff up here before you get into the fight here. And if you say you were running and this is a duel, you're gonna be like this, right? You're gonna weave in light attacks like this. Obviously, we got a lot of damage, so you just want to stay here, constantly do that. So you say you need some shields, right? Say you need shields, you're gonna hop around like this. You're just gonna want to hop. I don't know why I like hopping, but I just feel like you can hit a potion if you need to hop. So you can't hit potions while moving. Yeah, so you're just gonna do stuff like this, sort of weave in. Oh yeah, this is a good example. Let's say we're trapped, right? Let's get him to trap us again. I'll show you guys an example of something, okay? Let's say we're fighting a Magic Dragon Knight here. Let's see if he traps me. Okay, look good, he trapped me. So this is a Magic Dragon Knight here. You're gonna streak through, break free, dodge roll, then you can attack again. So you got Dawnbreaker, another low health, bang. It's dumb, guys, and especially Implosion. It's so fucking overpowered. Definitely run it, must have. So onto the build showcase, guys. I'm just gonna give you a few clips of me just 1vxing with my build, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm just gonna go into the outro right after that. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the build. Give it a try. But yeah, build showcase right now. So what came to my surprise is I'm gonna make this build showcase that I actually had 2 files corrupted. So I guess I'm only gonna give you guys 1vx. As you guys can see here, I got a world boss trying to absolutely just womp on me. He's got the little chains. He must be a Dragon Knight or something, right? But hold up, you're gonna see me pull up on here with this Desktop in my Mage's Wrath. Like, hold up. Oh my god, look at that. Look, I told you guys, you can't go anywhere without Knife Blades, right? So you know what, we just take down that guy with Desktop, right? You can see with the Lich Crystal. Bang, hold up, we're gonna hit this guy with a Crystal Frag. Bang, wait for it. Mage's Wrath, bang. Look at this explodes like that. Like, what is this, dude? Hold up. Photo finish, guys. Light attack, bang, Crystal Frag dead. And the curse to finish him off, boy. What? Alright, guys, that's amazing. So thank you guys for watching. I know we're coming up at 1,000 subs here. I really want to put out a build that you guys will enjoy, and I know that will work for you. Not too different from the last build, guys, so thank you for sticking around watching the video. But yeah, I want to put out a build that really helps you guys. I'm not trying to give you no half-ass build. I'm not trying to give you a build that I wouldn't run myself. So this is the build that I'm running myself currently. I fine-tuned it to the point where I love it just as much as any other build I've ever put out. So yeah, guys, this build, it definitely works. Like, trust me on that. I know you're not going to be disappointed. Give it a try. Maybe change up your Mudstone, etc. Everything. Just give parts of it a try. I know you're not going to be disappointed. I'm really not trying to give you a build that would disappoint you. I'm really trying to give you a build that's going to help you out and play at a higher level. But yeah, with that being said, guys, there's only probably about one other build that I'd recommend over this for dueling, and that would be a pet build. But other than that, this build works for absolutely everything, guys. So yeah, it's such a good build. I can't even stress that enough, and I know you guys are gonna absolutely love it. So yeah, guys, that's just the little outro I wanted to do. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe, And as always, YouTube, this is Mini Boy Sound Prodigy, and peace.